Hi there, and welcome to today's session, Engaging Students with Jamboard. Let's go over what I have for you today. I'll show you how to create your first jam, how to use smart drawing tools, how to import other Google files into it, and how to collaborate using its sharing features. We'll also take a look at a number of use cases and examples. But first, some stats. A recent study showed which skills are currently needed in the workplace. The first and foremost is problem solving. Then, teamwork, communications, critical thinking, and creativity. Let's see how Jamboard can help us develop these skills in our students. Problem solving. Brainstorm with your team and plan a project. Teamwork. It enables collaboration in both the physical and the virtual classroom. Creativity. Students can get very creative by using Jamboard instead of a traditional document. Critical thinking makes learning visible to the whole classroom. Literacy. Jamboard enables differentiated literacy challenges. Let's see an overview of Jamboard. Jamboard can be used as a mobile app. You can use it with a stylus, and it has some great features like auto-draw, handwriting, and shape recognition. It can also be used as a web app on your computer, but it will lack a few features, although it will be much more accessible. We'll use Jamboard mainly on the iPad. You will be able to see all its features, but remember that most of the things that I'll show you can be accomplished using the web app as well. So the moment that you open your Jamboard app, you are greeted with the same view that you're used to from other Google editors apps like Docs and Slides. It will show you all your recent jams, and you'll be able to create a new one or search for existing ones. Let's create an empty jam by pressing on the plus icon. Here you can see the canvas. This is just a page, so I can create more pages by tapping on the right arrow. That's the second page. There's a third page. I can tap on the free out of free notation in order to see all existing pages. I can also insert a page between other pages by tapping on the plus between, let's say, 2 and 3. There, that's another page. I can also go to a specific page by tapping on it. So right now I'm in page 2. If I want to delete a page, I can just tap on the 3 dots next to it. Here you can see that I can also duplicate, delete, and also I can change the background. So if I choose background, I can choose, let's say, checkered background, and I can apply that to all if I want to use that for math, for example. I can also choose instead just lines if I want to a text-focused jam instead. Let's go over the tools that are available to us in Jamboard. Tap on the first icon in the left sidebar. Here we have a pen. Then we have a marker. We have a highlighter. And last we have a brush. You can also choose the color, and it will change the color for all tools. There. If I want to delete something in Jamboard, I can just tap away and then tap on the eraser tool and start erasing objects. Or I can tap again on the eraser to clear the whole frame. So right now it just cleared the whole frame. Now here is where it gets interesting with Jamboard. Tap on the Tools icon, and then open the Assistive Drawing tools. Here, we can have handwriting recognition. So if I write hello, there, it recognizes my handwriting and turns it into text. I can also have some assistance in drawing shapes by choosing the next icon, and right now I can draw a square or rectangle. Will create a perfect rectangle, or let's say a circle. Here's a circle, here's an oval, a triangle, and so. Let's go to the next page. And the most interesting of all, auto-draw. With auto-draw, I can just start drawing something, and Google will try to match a drawing. There, for example, a perfect smiley. Can confirm, and now I have a smiling face. let's say I can draw a house. So start drawing. There, look at that. I have some now nice houses that I can choose from. Let's say this one. Or let's say, let's try to draw a horse. There. My drawing is really not good, but right now I can select some very nice drawings of horses. That's exactly what I wanted, but didn't have the skill to draw. If you would like to delete a whole object, you can tap on the arrow, and now you can draw a shape around the object, and then just drag it into the trash here at the bottom of the screen. Using the arrow, I can also select an object, but just by tapping on it. I can enlarge, I can rotate it using 2 fingers. I can duplicate the object, so there I have another house. And I can also delete it, just like so. When you want to get the attention of students to a specific object or part of your Jamboard, you can tap on the 4th tool here, which is like a laser pointer. And then you can just touch an area, and like so. And they will understand that that's what you're referring to. Let's clear the frame for now. You can add more content by tapping on the plus icon. Here you can insert a sticky note, which is very useful. It's a nice feature of Jamboard. So here you can just type something. You can change the color and confirm. And there I have a sticky. I can, as with any other object in Jamboard, I can touch that with 2 fingers and then enlarge, rotate, and move. We'll look at how to use stickies in a smart way in Jamboard later in the session. I can also insert an image from the web. So if I select images, I can search. So let's search for a car. If I want an image of a car, here I can select. So let's say I want this car. There I have it. There you go, without opening a browser, without searching Google, just doing everything from Jamboard. Let's say I want a picture of a classroom. There. I can also insert images from either my Google Drive or my camera or my image library on the iPad. I can also add stickers. There are a few stickers here. These can be very useful. So let's say I can have check mark, and I can also have an X. There. And so now under these two, you can ask your students, for example, to add some negative or positive thoughts. Say sad thought will go under the X, and happy thought will go under the check mark. A very interesting feature of Jamboard is getting Drive content. So if I choose Drive content, and I'll choose the slideshow of this talk here, now I can embed this file right inside Jamboard. There. So later, students or others will be able to tap here, and they will be able to open the file. By tapping twice, you can view the file, and you can also drag a slide right from there into your Jam. After this, I can close that and even delete that, because now I have what I wanted, this slide. If you regret your last action, you can always undo by tapping on the undo button here. I can undo as many times as I want. Here, I'm going back. I can also redo right after. Remember that everything is saved automatically to the cloud, and you can pick up your work right after you're done with one device. You can go right to the other one. You can tap on the three dots in the top right to get your share settings. Here you can add people just like in any other Google app. You can also copy the link. You can share the jam as a PDF file. So it will take all the frames and make pages of them and save them as a PDF file. You can also share just this frame as an image. So right now I just downloaded this frame and now I have it in my camera roll. And I can also rename, make a copy, and remove. Okay, so let's create our first jam. Let's say you want to ask your students a question about immigrating to the US. So we'll start a new jam. We'll start from your part. So you're creating a question. What are the main reasons why people immigrate to the US? Let's change the color. There's our question. Now we can go to Google Classroom. I'll pick a course that I teach, and I'll create a new assignment. And in this assignment, I can add the Jamboard that I just created. There it is. Here I can also choose that students will get a copy of the jam. Let's go back to Jamboard. Okay, so after you assigned your assignment in Google Classroom, students will start working on it. So let's say one student maybe found a table like this one, and you can also add a map of the states that immigrants go to. And also here, that's a nice image of Ellis Island. If a student prepared an essay in Google Docs, he'll be able to add that using Drive Content. Here I can search for Ellis Island and select file. I can also choose a specific page from the file. So let's say I want this page. You can just drag this out, close this, and even delete. Now I have this part of my essay. By the way, when you have something like this where an image is covering another one, you can choose the image, tap on the three dots, and choose bring to front or send to back. There. So now that I have the submission, I can very easily give feedback. So I'll select my tool here. I can also zoom in for easier handwriting and just write. There. And I can also select another color, zoom in on a different place. There. So that's how you can use Jamboard as a whiteboard, as a digital whiteboard. Other use cases will be, for example, a mind map. So let's create a new one here, a new jam. And let's say we have a subject. So there's a subject. And I'll draw using the shape recognition tool. I can draw a rectangle here. And then I want to connect the subject to topics. So let's say topic 1. Topic 2. And maybe under topic 1, we also have multiple ideas. So idea 1 and idea 2. A mind map is very easy to create using Jamboard. Later we can share this mind map with the class in Google Classroom as a material. Another great use case for using Jamboard is for math. Let's say we have a geometry class. So now after writing the question, we can start drawing shapes. I'll use the shape correction tool, and I'll draw a triangle here. You can also mark the length. It's 9 and 3, and we want the x here. Another example. We have this triangle. And we have 20 here and 16 here. And we want to know this angle. So now we can share this file with students, and they can just write their equations right on the Jamboard without using paper. They can always take a picture of paper and then add the paper solution as an image using the camera right into the Jamboard. And our last example will be the creation of a Kanban board. A Kanban board visually shows work at various stages of a process, using cards to represent work items and columns to represent each stage of the process. Let's say that you divided your class into groups and gave each group a project. A head of each group can create a Kanban board using Jamboard, share it with all other group members, and assign and later keep track of tasks. Okay, so I'll start by creating a new jam. Change the color here. Change it to a marker. And I'll start defining my columns. The first one will be to do, for tasks that need to be done. In progress. This will hold all the tasks that are being worked on. And finally done, for tasks that are done. Change the color to black to create this table. Then I'll have a column for my team. Here, it's the team. And so each team member will have his own color. So let's start with Jake. I'll add his card. I'll add his card under the team column. I'll create a new sticky for the second member, who is Abby. There. And third member, who will be Dan. There. So here under the to-do column, we can add all the tasks that need to be done by the team. So now we'll create a sticky for each of the tasks. First one will be submit project description. All of these tasks I'm putting under the to-do column here. There, now I have all the tasks under the to-do column. And First of all, I can assign the tasks to each of my team members by just changing the color of the sticky. So let's say I want Jake to submit the project description. So I'll choose that sticky and I'll tap on the three dots and then edit, and I'll change the color to Jake's color, which is green. Now everyone knows that Jake is assigned this task. Let's say we want Abby to purchase the supplies. So we'll choose her color, and then we'll build the sections. So this one will have Dan's color, and this one will also have his color. There. After I assign the tasks, my team members will start working on the project. So let's say Jake started writing the project description, so I can drag this over here. Let's say Abby purchased already the supplies, so we can drag it over there under the done column. And that's how the Kanban board will work. Okay, so this concludes our intro to Jamboard. You can find a lot of sample activities in the More Resources section in the slides. Google created a lot of activities for you to get started. Let's say you can choose math, and you can see a complete activity that you can have in your class. Other resources include more activities and templates that you can copy. So here's a Wakelet by Holly Clark that includes Jamboard templates that you can just open and later make a copy and use in your class. Thank you for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.